What a fucking horrible episode of Raw tonight. I mean, I've said a lot of Raw episodes were bad, but most episodes have some good things in there. This one had practically no good things in here. Um, so let's just get into this review. Very shitty show tonight, though. Um, get the Shield coming out for. Actually, they didn't come out. They're just right in the ring. And they're cutting a promo. Um, they're like pissed off at Evolution or whatever. Then they go backstage and have a little shitty 30-second brawl. They're throwing metal pipes around or something. You could hear it, and it's just a bunch of random fighting pretty much. Couple punches, PG brawl backstage, nothing special, and just not a good way to start off the fucking show. I mean, just a little brawl backstage and a little 5 minute promo. It's not gonna cut it. The promo wasn't that good. So not a good way to start off the show here. Then we get RVD defeating Swagger. The one good part I enjoyed about this segment was Zeb Coulter. Man, does he have a good promo. Fucking destroying Adam Rose. With criticizing him with the bunny and shit. I thought that was very good by Coulter. Then it goes downhill from there because we got Adam Rose making his way out with his 20 tards or whatever, like Coulter said, in the retarded bunny, so he's making his way down to the ring, and the song is a little bit catchy, I'll give him that, but Adam Rose pretty much has no talent whatsoever. So then the match is going on. RVD rolls up. I think he rolled up Swagger for the win. So yeah, it's a great first match, guys. A little 2 minute match. Not even a 2 minute. It was I know the bell started before Adam Rose's entrance, I think. So, but technically it was 10. I consider that a 10-second match. I mean, what a horrible fucking first match. Just Adam Rose so fucking annoying and has no talent at all. And then then the segment's just over. And then Adam Rose gets his ass out of there. And then there you go, there's your first fucking match. A bullshit match. A bullshit fucking match. And then we get, let's see here. We get Paige defeating Alicia Fox. Match was pretty boring. A lot of rest holds. There was a couple good spots, a couple decent spots in here. But there was also a ton of rest holds. So that really made the match pretty boring for me. So then after the match, which Fox loses, she just throws a fit, throws stuff around, doing something with a drink and getting all the fans wet. I'm sure the fans didn't like that. I mean, it's different when you got Steve Austin doing it, but when you got Alicia Fox doing it, really? I mean, I'm sure a lot of fans were pissed off by that. So then she takes JBL's hat, and JBL doesn't even do anything about it. I would be mad if somebody took my hat. I would go chase down that bitch, fucking clothesline her if I was JBL and take my fucking hat back. I mean, really, you're just gonna let somebody walk off like that? So anyway, she takes the hat, walks off, and everybody's saying, oh, it's a great, little thing here. What? All she did was do some shitty little temper tantrum like a fucking 5-year-old. That's what my fucking, 2-year-olds do in kindergarten. It's fucking retarded. I see my family members, young family members doing that, and it's not good, And then there's this rumor of her quitting. I don't fucking know if she's quitting or not. I mean, she can wrestle. She knows how to wrestle. She's got a nice Northern Lights little suplex there. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, she's got some nice moves. I'll give her that. She's not hot though, but I guess it's okay since she can sort of wrestle. Is she quitting? I don't fucking know, and I don't give a shit because she's not even in the main storylines, so I don't really give a shit if she's quitting or not. But yeah, not good. That segment was not good, and the match was not good either. Then we get Brian coming out cutting a promo. So he says he's got an injured neck. Is this legit or not? I don't fucking know. I just have a lot of questions. they're acting like this is legit. I think, they're trying to give the impression that it's a legit injury and not storyline. But when there's a real injury, there's usually like a time, where you could see where he got the injury, even if it was in a live event. People will witness the injury. Most injuries that are real, almost all of them, you could see like the time where it happened, the exact point where it happened. And there's nothing that came out like when he got the injury. So that leads me to question this. And I'm always a guy who likes to question everything. So I don't know what happened. I cannot make a statement on that because there's just not enough evidence. And it's a shame WWE won't provide us with any evidence or any information about when this happened, how this happened. You know, um, it could be a real injury. It could be a fake injury. Because I see a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Brian's only over because of the yes." I see a lot of tards in WWE. They're saying WWE officials are saying, "Oh, Brian's over because of the yes chant." The yes chant's over, and then I say bullshit to that. What was the what chant's over with Austin? It's what was the Rock's catchphrase is the only thing that was over. I mean, it's retarded to say some shit like that. I mean, Brian's the most talented guy on the roster. I mean, when people come out there, they go crazy. It's not the fucking yes chant. I mean, seriously. You don't even have to have a brain to realize that the fucking Brian's over, not the fuck. I mean, the chant is, popular, but it's Brian who we like, not the fucking chant. I mean, I like the chant, but I like Brian. It's the guy. I'm not cheering for the yes chant. I'm cheering for fucking Brian. So that sucked though that he's gonna be off TV, whether this is fake or real. I mean, this is a fucking not good. I mean, Brian's their top guy, best wrestler, best talent, and he's off TV. They've lost a lot of guys now with Punk and Brian, two of their top talents, two of the best wrestlers in the fucking company, gone now in the last 6 months. I mean, they're not looking good. And for all those people saying, "Oh, the yes chant's the only thing that's over," well, let's see how they do. Let's see how much more boring WWE gets without Bryan. Then we get Cena and the Usos defeating the Wyatts. I saw this match on fucking SmackDown. I don't want to see it again. The match was even more boring than it was on SmackDown, in fact. It was boring, very boring at the start. The last couple minutes it picked up a little bit at the end. And of course, Cena gets the pinfall victory. So boring match, no shocker on the ending. Of course, Cena wins in a boring fucking match. Not horrible, but it was, the ending was good, but overall it was pretty boring. Then we get Triple H coming out, cutting a promo. I'm usually the first guy to say Triple H is, retarded and, not good. But this is actually a pretty decent promo here. Talks about, how he's going to destroy each member of the Shield. This clearly is setting up a match with him and Reigns at SummerSlam because he was even saying, especially targeting Reigns, saying, "Oh, he's the guy that's not going to adapt." So, the promo was decent. Then the Shield attack, and it's another little brawl that's not entertaining or exciting at all. So, I mean, a good promo, a decent promo from Triple H with like only 5 minutes or something like that. Then a little shitty brawl. Not really a great segment there. I mean, it was alright as a whole as a segment, but not anything, special or anything. Then we get Brie Bella defeating Natalya. Best fucking match of the night. That's a shame. The Divas are out wrestling fucking men. Best match of the night. Not saying it's a great match. It was good. Some nice technical wrestling in here. Natalya knows what the fuck she's doing in there. Unlike most of the men. Most of the men can't even wrestle. Most of the matches on WWE are boring. So Natalya is out wrestling men. Divas are out wrestling men tonight. And that's a fucking shame, But yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Then we get Sheamus defeating Curtis Axel. Pretty mediocre match here. Okay at best. It's the definition. At least that's the definition of mediocre I learned. Below average to okay. That's what mediocre means to me. But yeah, the match okay at best. Not anything that good here. Then he faces Ryback. Sheamus defeats Ryback. This match was decent. Not anything great, but I thought it was decent. You know, Ryback's a lot better than he was when he debuted. He's looking a little, not a lot, but maybe not a lot better, but he's definitely better than he was when he debuted. But he's not like great or anything, but he is better. And his match with Sheamus was decent. Then we get Stephanie coming out, and more bullshit. Stephanie's like, "Oh, Brian got hurt, which means he's a B plus player." Triple H got hurt too. You know, had a quad injury. So I mean, that's just totally illogical. There, I thought of that like right when she said that. Triple H got hurt too. I mean, it's just total nonsense with these promos. And it just makes no fucking sense. So many holes in these fucking storylines and promos from this authority and just in general in WWE. So many fucking, you know, illogical shit going on in storylines. I mean, Triple H gets injuries, you know, has gotten injuries like the quad, big major injury there. What does that mean? He sucks. If you get injured in wrestling, that's good. You know, you're supposed to, not good, or I'm not saying it's great, but if you should, injuries are a part of wrestling. You know, and if you get injured, that means you're doing, good wrestling. It means you're being, a good wrestler. Usually, you're taking risks. You know, so I mean, it's just totally illogical. You know, Triple H has got injured in the past, so you know, and then Kane comes out dragging Bryan out. It's like, wow, oh, that's really good. We don't even get to see a beatdown or anything. I mean, so it's stupid in my opinion. I mean, he just drags Bryan out. Nothing good, you know, nothing good. I didn't see anything except Bryan being dragged out, and no entertainment, no action, nothing, nada. So that sucked. Then we get Dolph defeating Fandango. Okay match at best here. A stupid ending where Layla gets her foot tangled in the ropes or the ring apron, I think, and then Fandango's going over to help her, and Ziggler hits a zigzag, and that's the end, you know. So this was a match between the two former concussed guys. You know, I was thinking of that when I was watching this. These two guys both had concussions recently, but oh, also Fandango kisses Layla after the match. You know, not a total PG kiss. It was a decent kiss, but like I remember AJ kissing Dolph back at the Slammies, and that was a good kiss. You know, sort of Attitude Era ish, and you know, like the one between Fandango and Layla here, and they did kiss on SmackDown. I mean, it was, you know, still pretty PG in my opinion. Nothing, you know, Attitude Era ish about the kiss, but yeah, not that great a match here. I mean, okay at best. Give it an okay rating, but Ziggler won, I guess, so at least there's something positive. Then Duggan comes out, and also Lana. Lana says the biggest economy in the world is now China, which is a fucking lie. The United States still has the biggest economy, so just making up lies. Then she's like, why is she talking about China too? When Rusev's apparently from Russia, although they call him the Bulgarian Brute. Yeah, the Bulgarian Brute from Russia. That's like saying Jack Swagger, the All-American American from Mexico. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense at all. So then Rusev's about to beat up Duggan. Big E comes out, saves the day. And that's the fucking end of the segment. You know, pretty boring segment here. And then didn't enjoy it. At least we got to see Duggan though, you know. That was the one positive part. So I guess the segment was okay since Duggan was there. But overall, I mean, the rest of it was shit. Cody then defeats Damien Sandow. Okay, maybe even a decent match here. Go check out that Sandow promo on the network too. That was very good. I'm pretty sure it was real too. I'm breaking, you know, kayfabe. You know, it wasn't storyline. He got his mic cut off. You know, it was a good promo. So go check that out. Then on the main event, Reigns and Batista ends in a DQ. Everybody comes out. Some jobbers, like 13 fucking jobbers, come out. The Shield start hitting him with chairs. You know, I guess it was a okay ending since I wasn't expecting the Shield to overcome, you know, all these jobbers, but they did with some chair shots, some PG chair shots to the back. So you know, just a okay ending, I guess. The match sucked. So overall, this show was fucking horrible though. nothing entertaining, nothing that good. There were some decent parts, but overall, it sucked. So there you go, people.